Hey guys, it's John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you guys for another great show, Inspirations for Your Life. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll get to the show here in just a minute. But I do want to thank you for being here, whether you're here at 11:50 at night, 11:50 in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or perhaps maybe 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., whatever it is. Thanks so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, just fixing my hat there a little bit. You can go to believemeachieve.com or scan the QR code. Definitely like our content. And be sure to follow me on all the great stuff, including Twitter. So, the master topic of the week is how to live a life with passion. Series 3, Show 10. Today's granular topic is Ignite Your Life. Series 3, Show 10, episode number 6. Now, we've been talking about passion all weeks. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, so we're talking about passion. We're talking about passion, how it affects. And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people don't live life passionately because they're afraid, because they're scared. I think that's the reason that they're not passionate. And it's not wrong, but I can tell you it can be a problem. So we need to embrace what that is, everyone. We need to embrace what that is and figure out how it's going to make a difference in people's lives. So figure out how that's going to make a difference in people's lives. And I think that'll make a huge, huge difference. I mean, a huge difference, okay? So huge that it will actually be able to basically make changes in your life, changes that you didn't even know were possible. All right. When we think about being passionate, see, passion is more than enthusiasm. Okay. It's much more than enthusiasm. Well, what is it? Well, that's a great question. So passion is something I think that's really remarkable. And it is something I think that makes a huge, huge difference in people's lives. Passion is more than enthusiasm because, we have to have the endurance, okay? And the initial excitement is great, but, it can waver. Endurance is what keeps you going. And when you hit challenges, it's what's going to get you to that next step. Expand your professional network, which is where we're going to go next. That is really key when we talk about living a passionate life. Living a passionate life. And I'll tell you that it's not hard to do, but it makes a difference in people's lives. It makes a difference in people's lives. And you might be saying, hey, John, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it really does make sense. And it's something that's pretty amazing. So it's something that a lot of people don't realize, but it's something that's quite incredible. Okay? It's quite incredible, and it makes a difference for people. It makes a difference. So if it makes a difference, then how do you decide where you're going or, what you're doing? I think knowing that your network is important, like your professional network, I think that's something that we have to do. It's very key in our lives. And if we can understand that, then there's a lot of potential in our lives because your net worth is the network that you hang around. Does that make sense? A lot of people don't think that, What do you think it means for you? Think about that for just a second. What does that mean to you? Think about that really well. I think when we try to figure out our passion, it sometimes gets people confused. Sometimes it gets people confused, not because they want to get confused, but because they are confused. And this can happen because you're overwhelmed, right? It can happen because of that reason. But why? Why do people get overwhelmed? I think people get overwhelmed because they don't know what to do next. And if they don't know what to do next, then it's like they don't know where to go, right? They don't know where to go or what to do. And I think if we can start to understand where people are, where we want to be, that can make a big difference. I think when I think about where people are and how a professional network works, it's something that we have to do to build passion, because when we can find other people in our lives and we've discovered that they have passion, then our lives really change. Our lives really change. And I think that's a big difference. Great big difference in our life. A huge difference. And you might be saying to me, John, think about what could be in your life. Think about what could be. And I think if we think about what could be and know where things are, then life will have perspective for us. Life will have perspective. I think that's something that's just like so amazing. Perspective. Life. Lastly, you want to take classes to explore your passion. I think knowing that we can grow where we are and knowing that passion is a choice. That's right. Passion is a choice. classes. Learn something new based on a curiosity. And when we can do that, our life can change. Our life can change. It could change on a dime. It could change on a dime. If our life could change on a dime, then a lot of things could happen in our life. A lot of things could happen. Okay? That's what I said. A lot of things could happen. But what is the could? What is the should? Right? What is it? I think it's about how we're feeling at the moment. How we're feeling at the moment. If we can understand how we're feeling at the moment, then maybe we can embrace these ideas like learning in a class or stuff like that. But everybody always seems to want to know like how to jump the ladder, right? Instead of embracing like where we are at the moment. I've talked about this before. We have to learn how to embrace the moment. We have to learn how to embrace the moment. When we do that, our life changes, ladies and gentlemen. Our life changes. Our life changes. Our life will change when we embrace the moment. The moment's not hard. The moment is not hard. But it's something we need to be cognizant of. A lot of people don't feel the moment because they just don't know where they are. And they feel that if they live in another area and not the moment, then they don't have to be so, they have to be so uptight, right? They don't have to be so uptight. So let's embrace our moments. And the more we can embrace them, a lot of great things can happen. Think about what that means to you. I think knowing that you have a purpose of where you can go is pretty cool. But sometimes we're just afraid to take that step, to take that leap, to go somewhere. Not because we can't, but because it's somewhere that we've never been before. And we're afraid of what's going to happen. We're afraid. But there's no reason to be afraid. We can just be who we are. And I've said this before, ladies and gentlemen, no one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself. No one has the right to make you feel inferior about yourself. I think knowing that a passion is there causes an inner knowing to form. And it's that knowing that allows us to take the next step. The next step means that we have potential to do so many great things. great things, greatness. I think a lot of people don't really get it. I think if we can feel passion, we'll do more. I think knowing and getting that gut is what can take us from the thought of passion to actually living passion. Thought, action. Pretty cool, right? It's very cool. All right, guys, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. I hope you'll like, love, support the channel. Comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, and I'll catch you real soon, everyone. All right? Be well and have a good one.